So I talked about this a little bit in the last video, but I had no idea how big this topic had become. It has exploded. And some of the stuff that I'm seeing is really kind of slanderous towards that Nickmercs guy. Because what he said really wasn't even that bad. How is it bad to say that you want to be the one to talk about serious issues with your children? He said him and his wife want to be the ones to talk about these kinds of things with his kids. I think that that's pretty normal and respectful, but apparently this is bigoted and hateful. So here's a Forbes article. I want to give Paul Tassi, at least in his headline, a little bit of credit because it doesn't smear him. Just says Call of Duty removes Nickmercs operator's skin from shop after LGBTQ comments. That's what happened. Now, he wasn't saying anything bad. That's why he doesn't say anti or hateful or phobic, because nothing he said was hateful. I haven't went over too much of this article, but it seems like it just talks about what's going on. Here's an update, though, at 11:45 a.m. Here is a comment from Nick's PR, which says he will continue to elaborate on his initial comment today. Nick will be making a statement today as he attempts to clarify his position. The they he referred to was the teacher's school board, and by leave alone, he meant reserved conversations around sexuality in any of its forms to parents. I agree with that. Because that's the thing. He said on Twitter in his tweet, they, and some dude said, who's they? Who's they? Thinking that basically he means that gay equals predator or something, and that's not what he said. That's not what he said at all. They does mean school board teachers. They have no right to teach your children these kinds of subjects at a young age, for sure. Kindergartners through to help middle school, really. These kinds of subjects, when a child is that young, if they're going to be discussed, should be discussed with the parents, not schools. Not schools. I don't understand why this is a taboo subject. Parents should be able to raise their own damn kids. I don't think that that's taboo. But apparently, if you ask IGN, wanting to discuss sexuality with your children is anti-LGBT. He says already, if Activision pulls Faze Clan streamer Nickmercs skin from Call of Duty following anti-tweet. Are you kidding me? Here's another one from The Verge. Apparently, saying that you want to be the one to talk to your children about sexuality is phobic. Phobic. What a joke this is. Do you see how these people smear? This is slander and libel. Well, no, libel. The slander is spoken. So this is libel. This is disgusting. Nothing he said was hateful. In fact, I'd say it was a pretty reasoned take. This is the problem, and this is why people are so upset. It should be the parents who have these discussions, not teachers, not schools. I don't think this is an unreasoned take, but apparently it is. Nothing he said was hateful. He didn't say he hated anybody. He didn't say anybody was a predator or anything like that, or a pedo or any of that stuff. He said that he and his wife are the ones that should be teaching their kid about these kinds of subjects. And I don't think that that's unreasonable. But apparently it is. To the games media, this is disgusting. Call of Duty's getting it bad, though. Bad. I'm looking at the quote tweets right now in the comments on this post that they made, and holy hell, are they getting it bad right now. You got to wonder, will this damage Call of Duty in any way? I don't know, man. These people are addicted to this game. There's no game coming out this year either. As far as I know, I don't think there is. No mainline game anyway. Watch them try to squeeze a remaster or a remake out, though, because they want to put something out there. But I don't think there's a mainline, new, brand new, fresh off the press, out of the oven Call of Duty coming out this year. So they're actually probably going to squeak by on that because they probably won't make another comment on this because, well, people aren't so passive on it anymore. Due to recent events, we have removed the Nickmercs Operator Bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating Pride with our employees and our community. And the comments on here, they're not happy. You're pro-grooming, yikes, from the quartering. Donut Operator, he didn't say anything wrong at all. Y'all are garbage, and whoever made the decision has their head up their ass. Grums comes in, says, is sexualizing kids a prerequisite for your support of Pride? Oh, I didn't know if Grums follows me. What's up, Grums? Love to get you on Flashcast. We could talk about Chrono Trigger the whole time because that's the best game ever, according to Grums. And I agree. It's definitely up there. It's in my top 5 for sure. And that Star Wars girl, all the man said was leave kids alone and you cancel him. You're a bunch of cowards caving to a mob. You're an embarrassment. This is the memes. Call of Duty. We want your kids. Now that's what I call a groomer. Well, this one was my favorite. I'm keeping me money. Some of these are gold. This is how it starts, and then you've got the quote tweets, which are on fire. Here's from Tim Pool. If a dude says, leave kids alone, you fire him. I think it's reasonable to say COD is run by cheese pizza enthusiasts, he says. D-Day Cobra says, make Call of Duty Bud Light. I agree. They should be the next Bud Light. And they're just getting lit up. Tim Pool comes again. Call of Groomers. I mean, Huge L from Drunk 3PO. They're getting quote tweeted into the ground. I would expect this post will probably get ratioed, to be honest. It's not quite there yet. Oh, are they removing comments? I haven't seen that yet. But right now it's at 17.1. The hearts are at 18.7. I would expect this will probably get ratioed in due time because no one's really coming out in support. Well, I'm sure the typical people that don't have children are. People that don't have children trying to tell you how you should raise your children because they want to use assimilation. I think that's disgusting. Leave my kids alone. I don't think that is a crazy take. I really don't. And I have no problem with how anybody wants to live their life. But I'm not trying to interfere with your life, so don't try to interfere with how I raise my children. Anyway. That's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.